Shout out to my people. Shout out to my people. Sending love, positivity, and good vibes to my people, man. I hope you guys are doing good today. I'm doing great. Today, the topic of the day is accountability. You must be accountable for the decisions that you make, the choices that you make. You must be accountable. Today, if you can be accountable, work hard, you're going to set yourself apart from 80-90% of the people nowadays. Everybody is using excuses and they're distracted. If you can do those two things, you're going to separate yourself so much from the pack that it's not even going to be crazy. Everybody's distracted. Nobody's holding themselves accountable. We all getting the information. I get information on, diets, juicing, workouts, like anything when it comes to personal development. We get all that information, but it's a rare group of people that truly hold themselves accountable for the choices that they make, from the vibrations they're putting out, from the thoughts they think, from the money they make, from the relationships that they have. In the last couple of years, I've really been focusing on accountability, being accountable. Nobody's perfect. And that's what I realized, you know what I'm saying? But me, I'm going to stand in what I believe in, and I'm going to hold myself accountable. A lot of people ain't holding themselves accountable. And, that is a lot of people's downfalls. So many people are wrapped up into the ego, to the materialistic, to the, the fleshly world. And not a lot of people are focused on personal development, growing every single day, becoming a better version of yourself, becoming that diamond. Looking at something and not, playing a blame game, playing a victim, looking at the situation, whether, you're on the field in action, putting in the work, or if you're, on the sidelines or in the bleachers, looking at the situation from a third person point of view, or, a different perspective. When you're accountable, you got to be able to look at what you did right and what you did wrong in the situations that was a lesson and a blessing. We're going to have lessons and blessings in life. That's for sure. We're going to get blessed, and there's going to be times where we're going to look at a situation and we're going to have to dissect the situation. We're going to have to be accountable and be like, how can I grow from this situation? How can I learn so this situation doesn't happen again in my life? You must have accountability. Accountability has taken me so far in the last couple years of my life. Being able to, like I said, when you're going through shit, and this quote is a quote that pops up into my mind. Andrew Tate, he said, when I start my Bugatti, it's my fault. But when I'm in jail, when I go through the bad shit, when I'm getting ridiculed, when people are slandering my name, that's my fault as well. Everybody wants the good days. We want to hop in the Bugatti. Everybody wants to live the Instagram real life. It's not real. Those are just highlights of people's lives. That's not how people really live day by day. People are struggling. They're going through things. We losing. We gaining. We learning. We growing. We loving. Life is an experience. Life isn't just a highlight reel. So you must stay accountable. When you're getting blessed in life and everything's going good, you must ask yourself, how did I get myself in? Like, how am I manifesting these things to go good for me? That's accountability. But when things are going bad, what we like to do is when things are going good, we'll take full responsibility. Yeah, I did that. Hell yeah, that. But when things go bad, we like to play victim. We like to point the finger. We like to, all these people did this to me. Anytime I go through something good or bad, I sit and dissect it and I hold myself accountable. What did I do wrong? How could I have made a better decision for a better outcome? Hold yourself accountable. Whether that's money, love, relationships, your mindset most importantly. Man, I've been, recently in my life, I haven't, normally I'm doing all these things. I kind of been hopping off of that in order to chase pleasure, fun. Oh, I gotta live a little. I need a social life and all that shit got me to the point where I take one loss and it just reevaluates and puts me back aligned to exactly where I need to be. Sometimes we veer off the path, and then something happens, boom, we get into a wreck. Now we got to go through all these things. We got to pay all these bills. We got to, in order to get right back exactly where we were and where we need to be. So stay accountable. Yeah, stay accountable. Be accountable for everything. That is what I want. That's what I want you guys to take. When life is going bad, you must be accountable. You can't just be accountable for the good. Our ego, we looking for validation, likes, money. We chasing. When you accountable, oh man, I'm trying to get my mindset right. I'm trying to live a healthier lifestyle. I'm trying to make better decisions throughout my day. You know what accountability is? Accountability is smoking since 8th grade, freshman year, and getting to the point today. Today's my last day. I woke up today, I'm like, I'm done. I done experienced the highs, the lows. I've been dependent on this drug or this plant. And it just gets to the point where it's just like, you got to tally up the pros, the cons. You just got to look at it and be like, I only got one life. Been doing, am I going to do this for the rest of my life? Keep rolling up, keep getting high. I had to hold myself accountable. Today is literally. Now I've stopped. I took in breaks before, but for the most part, I'll just keep going. And I tell myself, it's legal now. I can do all the things to not hold myself accountable. It's legal now. They got dispensaries. I got my medical card. It's just a plant. I'm just gonna smoke one blunt a day. I'm just gonna eat gummies. And that's how I got back into. I stopped for 9 months. How did I get? I'm gonna just eat a little gummy. I'm gonna just smoke one blunt a day, and then it goes right back to where you started, because you didn't hold yourself accountable. But when you were holding yourself accountable, there's so many good things, and I was, manifesting so many positive things in my life because I was holding myself accountable. And that is just One example. That could be relationships. You know what? I'm not about to lie in this relationship. That's being accountable. That's something I learned. I'm not going, no matter what this person does, how they think, what they're on, I'm going to be accountable in this relationship. And I'm going to take accountability, or I'm going to be accountable by not lying. This is who I am. I'm not going to feed you sweet dreams, tell you everything you want to hear, and not be the person that you wanted me to be. I'm going to tell you exactly who I am, so you can pick and choose what you want to do. That way, you don't feel slighted. You don't feel like I disrespected you. You don't feel like, I didn't give you an option. I wasn't accountable. So, with me not being accountable, excuse me, with me not being accountable, now my unaccountability trickles into somebody else's life. And it shows them, one, who I am. Y'all, being a liar, being a cheater, being a thief, these are some of the worst things you can do, because you're not accountable. Oh, I'm going to go steal. I'm not going to work hard for it. I'm going to just go steal. I'm going to go leech. I'm going to go not being accountable. Anything in this life we can manifest, we can attain, if we want it bad enough. But instead of being accountable, we want to look at other people and what other people have, and be accountable for the relationships. Now, before, growing up, it's this person's fault. That person wasn't there for me, or this person, didn't give me the love that I, they didn't give me that affection. So now, be accountable. You know what? God put me on this earth, and he put the people into my life as this story was supposed to be written. Because God knows exactly how the story is going to be told at the end of the day. We don't. So, with that being said, God put these people in your life for a certain reason. And instead of not being accountable and putting the blame game, this is why, this is why I don't mess with people. It's because my parents. I don't mess with people because, my friends done. When you take accountability, I love everybody. I want to see everybody win. But not off the back of my success, my happiness. I want to see everybody get exactly what they want in the world, because that's what I'm chasing. But I'm not going to allow anybody to mistreat me, disrespect me. That's being accountable for the good and the bad. You can't just be accountable for the positive shit in your life. And that's what 90% of people are doing. And if you can break that, you're going to be so rare. So rare. You're going to be able to go so far. If you can stay consistent and accountable in this society, in this day and age, in this era, you can manifest anything you want in this world. Because nobody's doing it. Nobody's staying consistent, and nobody is holding themselves accountable on what they need to do every single day. So, keep your mindset on accountability. What can you control? When things go bad, what did you contribute? Oh, I'm just so perfect and I didn't do anything wrong and it's everybody else. That's how I thought. until I start looking at myself, looking at, the decisions and the choices that I made. And you'd be like, man, well, I have a part to play in this. Regardless if I'm right or if I'm wrong, I'm gonna hold myself accountable. Somebody may think that I should be living a certain different lifestyle. I should be doing something else, or you know what I'm saying? But I'm accountable with my life. I made the decisions that I made. I'm in the situation I am, and every single day, I'm fighting like hell to get me, my family, out the situation I'm in. That's being accountable. I'm not out here looking for a handout. I'm not out here looking for sympathy. I'm willing to work for any and everything that I ask for. In relationships, you know what I'm saying? Like, somebody did you wrong. You feel like somebody, wasn't there for you. Didn't show you the genuine love that you felt like you deserved. When you are giving and giving and giving and you don't get that same energy back, you have to hold yourself accountable, even when they don't. With me, man, I love all y'all. I want to see all y'all win. If you truly need me in a situation where I can help you, and you know what I'm saying, and it's not destructive to my life and what I got going on, I'm here. But I need, just how I hold myself accountable, I'm gonna hold everybody in my life accountable as well. What part did you guys play? Because I'm gonna hold myself accountable and tell you guys the part that I played. But what did you do to contribute? And if you can't be real enough, if everything is always, oh, this person or that person, or the best thing that I did in my life is take accountability for my life and the choices that I made. And that was the starting point of me flipping my whole life around. I looked myself in the mirror, I was shed a few, shed one of them ones where it's like, damn, accountability is realization. You look around, you're like, damn, I got myself in this shit. I remember like it was yesterday, living in a shitty apartment with my daughter. No heat. Motherfucking all types of stuff was going on. I got my apartment broken into. There was mold. The whole kitchen was basically, deteriorating, falling in. And I'm just like, bro, I was just going through it. And it wasn't just the apartment. The apartment was just a symbol of what I was in. It was everything. It was relationships and, money and losses and, not being in the gym. Everything when it comes down to being accountable. I wasn't doing. Being satisfied with, the life that you're in, knowing that you're destined for more. I sat in my car. I'm like, you know what? No, actually, I went down to the river, made my first video that I deleted because I was just out there just venting, getting everything out. I'm like, you know what? This will be the start of my YouTube channel. I've been going ever since. So, accountability. I sat in that car, or I went to the river, got all that shit out. That was just me being accountable for all the good and bad, where I got myself in life. But I told him, hey, this is the start of me being accountable. This is the first day of me taking control of my life, regardless of how I was when I brought up, what people did to me, who wasn't there, who was there. I'm gonna be accountable. Ever since I did that, I've been taking the power back through the good and bad days. Cause like I said, there's been bad days, but even with them bad days, I'm asking God, why this happened to me? I'm not asking God in the sense of like, man, why you allow this to happen to me? I'm genuinely like question mark, like, how did I get myself in this situation? How can I fix this? How can I allow this not to happen again? What do I need to do? How do I need to move? How do I gotta think? That's being accountable. So, like I said, I'm in my car and I just remember like just really being like, you know what? I'm gonna make this shit happen. Like I said, that was the day I started accountability. You must be accountable if you want to achieve the goals, the lifestyle. So, I love you guys. It's positivity, good vibes. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Long story short, be consistent in what you do. Hold yourself accountable. And, don't just think, when the negative stuff happens, you got to look at the negative like it's a blessing. Like, you know what? This shit hurts, but I'm going to grow. I'm going to learn from it. And this is just the chapter that I'm in right now. We going to take this to the next level. That's what you must do in every scenario when it comes to the good and bad. Even the good. Sometimes we allow the good. Oh, shit, I'm the man. Oh, shit, we let it get to our head. Nah, we got, hey. Okay, let me analyze the good decisions that I made in order for me to get this blessing. But let me still dissect what could have went wrong. How I could have made a better decision for this blessing to be even more of a blessing to me. Accountability is going to help you in so many ways, and it's going to keep you out of a lot of bullshit. So I love y'all. It's positivity, good vibes. I see y'all on the next one. I hope you guys enjoy the topic of the day. Be accountable. Don't run from the truth. Don't lie. Stand tall. Stand tall in what you believe in. Stand up for who you are. And stay accountable. Peace.